I have come from afar to these lands of snow and ice to track the story of my ancestors. This is where it all started. The fabulous tale of my great-grandfather and great-grandmother Roy and Cabba, told by the birds in my lineage, generation after generation. No one knows exactly when they lived. They say it was at the time of the Great Extinction. It was the time when humankind had settled throughout the surface of our planet and chased our ancestors into the last remaining stretches of wilderness. Remote places that were inaccessible to man. Places that were so hostile that very few of our kind survived. This is where Roy found refuge. Stronger than the other eagles, he had adapted to the harsh mountain climate. Now that I see it with my own eyes and feel the icy wind under my wings, I know the legend is true. This is where it could all have ended. Cut off in this desolate territory, it is no wonder that Roy believed he was the last survivor of our species. Little did he know about Cabba, who was about to spread her wings many, many miles away. But let me take you back in time, and let me share Roy and Cabba's wonderful story.
Hi, Bernard.
Oh, Jacques.
How's it going?
Good. What are you doing here?
Oh, I'm going up to Holland and stopped on the way. Yeah, I just saw the end of your show. It's great. I also came by to see that eagle you told me about.
Let me unsaddle and get changed.
Okay, I'm going to go see the birds, and as soon as you're done, we can meet there. Take your time. I'll see you in a little bit.
Shall we go?
Yeah, I'll follow you.
Let's go.
Beautiful, this one.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? The last one we saw in France was 200 years ago. It's
Wow, 200 years?
Yeah, it's huge. And the last one, 60 years since he died in 59, basically.
Yeah.
But 200 years in France. Yeah, that's typically the type of bird I'm looking for, an adult bird in captivity. But in her head, she's fine, right?
She's in her head? Yeah, she's very cool. Yeah.
She's a calm bird?
Well, she's still an eagle, careful.
Yeah, of course.
And if you can make her fly in her natural environment in the middle of the mountains...
Yeah, that's going to do her a lot of good. What I meant was...
And it would be amazing for her.
How's she with her handlers? It's just the male she has an issue with, yeah?
She's right there, see her?
Oh, well, she's really magnificent. Big bird.
She's taking in the sun. And the male is at the opposite end.
At the other end. Oh, well. Okay. And what about the papers?
Well, I just need to take care of them. I'll call you and, yeah, come and pick her up.
Okay, call me and I'll come and get her.
At about the same time, in the high peaks where he had found a safe home, my great-grandfather lived braving the snow and the cold, the blizzards and the ice. It was a place where nature liked to drape herself in white. For most of the year, she plunged everything into a frozen stillness. The fields, the streams, the forests, and even the rivers. Her crystal silence slowly spread from soil to sky. For months on end, life, it seems, was holding her breath. It was an environment not suited for birds of our kind, accustomed as we were to fishing in abundant waters, our wings carried by gentle breezes. Only the strongest could survive here, enduring the cold as they waited for better days when life would flourish once again. Exiled in this hostile land, Roy felt the bitter stab of the wind. He knew that any mistake could be fatal, but he felt he had no choice other than to adapt to this environment. The wind and the cold did not cease to plague him, but he kept going, finding shelter every now and then when the blizzards grew so strong that even for him, flying had become almost impossible. He had learned to pace himself and make the most of the rare food he could find. And even when hunger tormented him, he knew he must always stay alert. He was not the only one looking for food. All the inhabitants of these white mountains were hungry. Predators were on the lookout, knowing the cold could be their ally and offer them easy frozen prey. As the years went by, Roy found his place among them. He was astute and resilient, flying swiftly through the snow and finding shelter when needed. When the snowfall relented, he often crossed paths with the forest's other inhabitants, the foxes and wolves, who, like Roy, sought the unlucky prey that had succumbed to the cold. Carrion had become the main element of his diet, and he was obliged to content himself with this tough and frozen meat. One day, spurred on by the pangs of hunger, legend has it that Roy even challenged the wolf. In the soft stillness of nature, where all seemed lost in eternal sleep, he liked to cry out, far across the mountains, as if to remind all that he was still alive. Sometimes he tried his luck by the river. Beneath the ice in the flowing waters coming down from the eternal snows, life was still present. Though he knew the chances were slim, he always hoped to find a lone fish. Over time, Roy had got used to the tough life of winter. He could spend entire weeks without eating. He knew that he could get through these challenging times, that the seasons would turn and nature would become gentle once again.
So,
I'll let you catch her, I'll help you. Come on, Biggie.
I'll grab hold of her feet.
My great-grandmother was 18 years old when the man came to get her in the zoo. She hadn't known any environment other than her aviary, a fate that was shared in those days by most of the remaining birds of our kind. This man was passionate about birds, especially those of our family, the fishing eagles. He'd first discovered us in children's books. Since then, he'd grown up dreaming he would one day see us fly in the wild where we belonged. When he found Cabba, he felt he might be getting closer to fulfilling his dream.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good, you?
Good.
Had a good trip?
Yeah, it was a long trip, but we're here now. And the bird is here.
So, how is she?
Oh, she's huge. She's calm now.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's big, really big. Oh, we'll put her in the aviary because I think she's had enough. Yeah, she's incredibly calm, really. Hi, Damien.
How are you?
Good, you?
Yeah?
So, what's up with our little one?
Oh, she gained a lot of weight.
Really, how much?
She's at 8 kilos 7.
Wow, she's fattening up. Let's go. She's starting to be fed up in here. I'll let you out. Make sure you shut the door.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, beautiful. Oh, you're facing the wrong way. Come on. Gently, gently, gently. Yeah, that's good. Okay, I'm gonna go out. You don't move, okay. Gently. That's it. She's really superb.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
You wonder where you are, don't you? Okay, good. We're going to call you Cabba. It's a Slavic name, which means the one who flies high. And we're going to try to teach you how to fly. Gently, gently. Gently, gently.
Doucement, doucement, doucement. Là.
All right, come on. Come on.
Allez, viens.
Come here.
Cabba had spent her life behind the bars of a cage. The man understood that she didn't know how to fly because she'd never been taught by her parents. She was barely able to move from one perch to the next, her potential undeveloped, unfulfilled.
Yeah, the first day it's a bit tough, isn't it? You wonder who I am, don't you? I'm not going to do anything to you. Stay calm, Cabba. I'm going to move. You don't move, okay? I'm the one who moves, gently, okay? Stay calm. Well done.
In his mind, this man had decided to take on the role of her parents and to teach her how to fly, how to become the eagle she was born to be. At the beginning of their relationship, he spent a lot of time by her side without moving. Having only known solitude or the rare company of another bird, Cabba didn't know how to deal with the presence of this stranger in her cage. She had been cut off from the world since birth, in an enclosure that stole her freedom. Yet at the same time, it had given her a life of relative ease, devoid of fear and effort. She now felt constrained in a way she'd never experienced before. This man's presence and mysterious behavior really bothered her. She didn't know then how profoundly these first challenging days would change her life. A long journey awaited them.
Okay, gently, I'm going to come in. I'm putting on my glove. Gently. Going to shut the door now. Gently. We're going to go slow now, gently. Calm. There's nothing to worry about. I'm going to put my other glove on. No, it's a glove. Don't worry. That's my little glove. Okay, come on. Come. Yeah? Good girl. Well done. Wait. Well, yeah, I have to hold on to you. Yes, gently. I know. Gently. Gently. I know you don't like the door. I know. Okay. Well done. Look, we're outside.
As time went by, she eventually accepted his presence. And then, one day, he took her out of her cage. For the first time in her life, Cabba discovered the vast world that stretched beyond her bars. Initially stunned and bewildered, she slowly calmed down.
Okay, stay calm for another 5 minutes and we'll go.
But Cabba still didn't know what this man wanted of her. No one had ever paid so much attention to her. He came every day, talking to her, observing her. But she understood he meant no harm. She was no longer afraid and had decided to follow his guidance. For her, That also meant the end of easy food thrown in through the bars of the cage. From now on, she was being asked to make an effort to feed herself. He taught her to come and get her meal in his hand. Wary at first, she eventually yielded to this strange new game.
We're going to go fast today, Cabba, okay? We're in good shape today? Great shape. Careful, Cabba. We're going. Yes!
And then, one day, the man invited her to spread her wings. She was still weak, of course, and could only fly the short distances required to get a treat from the man's hand. But as she used her wings for the first time, something stirred deep inside of her.
Magnifique, Cabba.
She felt an ancestral call rustle through her feathers, and she understood that the course of her life
Magnifique.
was about to change. Meanwhile, Roy observed the villages of men from afar. He could see that every year they were getting closer, encroaching little by little upon his territory. Their houses, their roads, their machines, always getting closer. They left their mark everywhere in nature, and whatever form those took, he knew they could never be trusted. He remembered all too vividly how the lines of fire had caught his mother. As many of our ancestors, attracted by what seemed an easy meal, she had fallen to her death. His mother gone, not having seen any other eagle of our kind, my great-grandfather believed he was the only one left. Ever since that day, he had feared men. He knew that getting close to them was usually fatal. As soon as he spotted them from the skies, he would change direction and fly away. His territory was shrinking, pushing him further into the hostile white heights. But Roy was so afraid of men that he no longer dared venture beyond the frozen confines of his mountains. One morning, as Roy was flying over a sleepy village, a clucking sound caught his attention. It was the first time he saw chickens. Forgetting his fear for one brief moment and thrilled by the prospect of what he thought would be an easy catch, he went for the ground.
Oh, you rascal, you won't eat my chickens.
The man had let him go unharmed. Perhaps they weren't that bad after all. As for Cabba, she continued her flying lessons. Now that she had accepted the man's authority, he started taking her on greater and greater adventures in the trees.
Go on. That's it. Up. Come on. That's good. Very good. Great.
She didn't yet know where all this would lead, but she diligently followed his instructions, slowly awakening to the possibility that she might one day soar into the skies.
Okay. No. Yes, that's good. Super, super. Well done. Okay, you come and you land. Perfect. Come on, Cabba. Come. Come on. Come on, Cabba. Come on, Cabba. Come. Yeah. Come on, Cabba. Come on. Come on, Cabba. Yeah. That's good.
She could have left him at any moment, but she let his voice guide her and delighted in the newly discovered use of her beautiful wings.
There you go, my girl. That's great. Come on, Cabba. Ah, that's good. That's really good. You're starting to understand hide and seek. Okay, we'll go back into the forest there and see whether you follow.
The easy games were slowly replaced by ever greater efforts. The man was training Cabba as one trains an athlete, intent on developing her wing muscles. She made fast progress and continued to trust and follow the guidance of this strange teacher.
Move. Come on. Come here, Kodja. Okay, that's good. Go on. Come down.
Jacques, can you hear me?
Yes, Julia, I can hear you.
The vet has just arrived.
Okay, well, tell them to come down. We're waiting for him. Hey, Cabba.
Okay, so,
Yeah, it's for you today.
okay, good. That's it. We'll take this. That's what we used to do for bird flu, you know?
Yeah.
You've been mostly in the aviary, haven't you?
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Perfect.
We have different conserving agents.
All right.
Okay, when I get the results, I'll let you know.
Yeah, you let us know.
Okay, I'm going back to the clinic.
Okay. Come on. Come on, Cabba. Come on.
Progressively, Cabba was learning to fly. gaining confidence in the use of her wings. The man was proud of her, increasingly taking her into wide-open spaces where the winds could carry her always a little bit higher into the skies.
Okay, my girl, we're going to cross over there.
Her flights became longer and more confident. Her efforts and the repeated games and sometimes difficult exercises she engaged in were rewarded. She started to enjoy her flights, to play with the wind, discovering little by little what her wings were made for and what she was capable of. Cabba and the man had become close allies. It was now her who expected him to help her go further and further.
Look, we have a headwind here. It's coming practically straight ahead. You've seen the wind? You've seen how it works? Come on. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Look. Over there, you're in the turbulence. You have to stay here, in the slope. That's where you can learn. Great. No, 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 no. Stay up above. Okay. Yeah, you really deserve it. That was great. Really beautiful. That was really beautiful. Okay, hold it there. That's it.
She was learning fast, gradually mastering the wings of the wind, playing with the unseen. The man, impressed by her determination, saw how far she could go and how different she was from all the others.
That's good. Look at all the kites you attracted. Look, he's right above you. Look. Let's go home. You've had enough for today. That's good. For your first outing, I'm really proud of you. You really played well with the wind, found some perches. Hey, you're even starting to look like an eagle. I said starting, huh? Don't get too excited. You're still far from flying like your fellows in the wild, but it's coming.
In my great-grandfather's mountains, the winter was slowly retreating, giving way to green pastures. One morning, Roy found a carcass uncovered by the melting snows. Little did he know that men often poisoned the meat that remained to kill the foxes and the wolves. Unaware of the danger, he ate the last pieces of flesh clinging to the bones. Under the spell of the poison, he suddenly fell into trance and was beset by strange visions. The visions deeply shook him. He'd seen glimpses of his fears and hopes, a possible future ahead. And not only had he survived, but his vision had shown him another of his kind. Could it be that there was another eagle left? A female? Could it really be that descendants were still possible? For days he was haunted by his visions. He had long felt the weight of being the last eagle of our kind, the last soaring giant who knew the taste of freedom. But he had locked himself inside the safety of his mountains, afraid to venture beyond the narrow boundaries set by his own fear. He was now forced to confront them. The visions challenged him to find the courage to fly off into the unknown. Roy understood that he needed to heed this call, the call of his lineage. He could not just wait for it all to end. He had to explore the possibility that he would find another eagle and give birth to a new generation. It was time to choose a different fate, time to leave the frozen world he had always known. But which direction should he take? Where should he seek her, that eagle that he had seen? He remembered hearing about the place where his mother was born, a land of abundant mountain lakes, beautiful and wild. He didn't know where it was, but with the coming of spring and nature's softening, he felt it was time to go. He had heard the call of life and knew it would no longer leave him.
Here, I'm bringing you another one. This one is also 4 days old. He's a bit bigger, a little griffon vulture. Okay, the hungriest comes last. This one is starting to eat on his own.
Life followed its course in the bird park that had become Cabba's new home. The handlers took good care of her. One of them had made what they called jessies, these strange leather straps fixed to our feet, which they held in their hands to prevent us from flying away. It had been just 6 months since Cabba arrived, and she was starting to get a feel for what it meant to be an eagle. She understood the purpose of the efforts that were being asked of her day after day. Spring had come to the valley, but winter still reigned high up in the mountains. And that's where the man took her next, to teach her how to fly faster in an environment where the air was thin and flying was more challenging. And once again, she carried out the exercise successfully. The man was fascinated by Cabba's thirst for learning. He saw the extent to which she longed to become a fully fledged eagle. So he pushed her, always further, always higher.
Take a piece of the wing.
So we unfold the wing, and we don't move it further. It's the first time she'll see it. Okay, Dennis.
Allez. Allez.
Come up. Here am I, cautiously walking around that thing which scares me. Come on, Cabba. Come on, my girl, come. Well, that's your wish, if you don't want to. I'd like to see if she'll... Come on. Good. That's good. Look. Great, Cabba. Really great.
The good pupil that she was had accustomed the man to her rapid progress. But even though he was very careful, sometimes he moved just a little too fast.
Okay, let it go. We'll have to start again. You see, it's a bit rough. Quite rough, okay? Once again. You see, the challenge is this. For the bird to gain confidence when there's two of us. Because for her, in her entire life, two humans have meant, I catch you, I'm going to give you an injection, fix the gestures on you, pick you up in the aviary and put you in a crate. Two humans at the same time always mean trouble.
If you're handling her each time, I get it.
Yeah, every time we're handling her, there's two of us. So, you see, for months I've been training her practically on my own, and suddenly I put her in front of two humans. She's thinking, uh-oh, what's engraved in her mind at the moment is that two humans means they catch me, it's not going to feel good.
Okay, I get it. She's got to connect it to something.
Hence the work we have to do. Yeah, the work is for her to see two humans, they won't do anything to me. Move your arms in the back. Yeah, that's it. Keep moving them.
It's also a catching instinct.
What I mean, she's a fishing eagle. I approach quickly, I take quickly, I don't stay. But for us, with the paraglider, we can't have her operate like that. It's too dangerous.
All these motions I'm making, these useless movements.
Yeah, she's looking at you just because she's not used to it.
Whenever you're ready.
Go. She took off straight away there. She destroyed my thumb. That's when you realize how strong her claws are.
Yeah.
That's impressive. Okay. Perfect. The way you slowed down at the end, that was great. Look at the wing above your head, girl. Okay. Come on, girl. That's good. Come on. Come on. That's good. Okay, come on. I had to come on this side because...
Yeah.
Come on, Cabba. Yeah. Superb. Look. Impeccable.
My great-grandfather had begun his long journey. And no matter what he would find along the way, he was determined to follow his quest. At first, Roy was surprised. The world he encountered beyond his mountains was not as hostile as he had feared. He flew over stunning landscapes, stretches of wilderness whose existence he had never suspected. Places of beauty and abundance, endless horizons drawing him ever further. and he realized that the world was much vaster than he had imagined. At the same time, his journey was not without struggle. In those difficult moments, he could almost hear the rustling feathers of his ancestors, spurring him to go on. Life here was not necessarily easier than in the mountains, and he had no indication that he was going in the right direction. Yet he could not let doubt gain the upper hand. He had promised himself to honor his quest at all cost. But where should he head? This land of mountain lakes and enchanting landscapes that his mother had described, of cliffs and forests where food was abundant, where was it? His only clue was that it lay in the direction of the setting sun. So that's where he flew. His powerful wings carried him west over hills and valleys, lakes and woodlands. After many weeks of flight, he suddenly found himself before an infinite expanse of water, stretching into the horizon. It seemed that the world came to an end. Impossible to go on. Stunned and exhausted, he felt lost. What if the land of mountain lakes didn't exist after all? What if his vision had just been a figment of his imagination?
You're not worried that she might leave?
No, you see, today there's not much wind. It's going to be nice.
Yeah?
So the objective is to take advantage of the distance.
Yeah?
To build up her muscles and get her to land on the horses at different speeds. And to get her to see the water so that she gains confidence. Even that noise there,
Yeah, the noise of the water.
yeah, that's going to scare her.
My great-grandmother was a fishing eagle, but having spent her life in captivity, just as she hadn't learned how to fly, she didn't know how to fish either. She even seemed scared of the water. It was up to the man to help her rekindle her instincts.
So you go a little bit further over there. For starters, we'll do it at a standstill.
Oh,
And I send it to you,
yeah.
and then we're going to get closer to the water, okay?
All right.
Now moving, get into a slight trot. Hey. Hey. Go ahead, very slight trot.
All right.
Go on. That's it. Come, Cabba. Come, Cabba. Come on. It's the first time she sees the lake. See, she's not scared anymore. And most of all, the landings were really great.
Yeah, she's worked really well today.
You can trot, gallop, walk, it doesn't change anything. She slows down really well, breaks her speed. It's really perfect. Okay, Cabba, there we go. If I put you down here. That's it. Great, Cabba. You're not scared? That's great. That's perfect. Perfect? Look, I move my paddle. You're not scared. Yeah. Go on. Come on. Yeah, my girl. Great. Really great.
Methodical and persistent, the man invented new games for her on the water. Within a few days of working together, she had conquered her fears. The water had become a new playing field for Cabba. Roy's recent explorations had taught him that there were many paths one could follow, many more than those he knew. After a few days of rest, he regained confidence in his instincts and his vision. He had probably just lost his way. His mother couldn't have lied to him. So he spread his wings once again and ventured on, carried by the winds. From then on, Roy chose his itinerary on the basis of his daily discoveries and the beauty of the landscapes he came across. His journey was getting long. Keeping away as much as possible from human settlements, he sometimes flew across plains without water, as extreme and hostile as the world of ice that he'd come from. Oppressed by the heat, he would grow tired, so he would stop and watch the horizon. Roy knew he wouldn't give up. The more he flew, the more he marveled at the beauty of nature alive beneath him. Whenever he felt drawn to land, he would stop and rest, pushing ahead faster over unfavorable territories. For weeks, the wind carried him from place to place, over streams and hills, arid plains and lush forests. And in his mind, the vision of the land of mountain lakes and its eagle inhabitant persisted, crystal clear. One day, Roy came across a strange colony of birds, a group of vultures perched on a rocky outcrop in the sun. From where they were, he imagined that they must know all the roads that came through and the lands they led to. He asked them if they could point him to the land he was seeking. He repeated his question several times, but only received the echo of his own voice against the cliffs as an answer. In the past, Roy had already come across angry birds protecting their territory, but never before had he been confronted with this kind of indifference. Far from home, he was for the first time experiencing what it was like to be a stranger.
Come on. Gently. Come here, Cabba. Look. It's the sea. So you've got to be really careful with your position. We have to be in the axis as slow as possible with the bird to our left. Watch out with your arms, because you've got big monkey arms, so...
Yeah, especially the left one.
That's right. Either it might scare her or she'll think it's a perch. That's it.
No rolling, a slow speed. We give her time.
Yeah, because this is a very different setting from what we've done so far, and at the beginning she'll be scared for sure.
After months of work without really knowing where her teacher's challenging and sometimes ridiculous games were leading her, Cabba finally tasted the fruit of her efforts. the man made her discover the sea without end. He took her high up in the sky beside him.
We're gonna make it! We're gonna make it! Come on!
Soaring through the vastness of ocean and sky, still a bit hesitant in this ultimate exercise, she felt that she had finally become a real eagle. Having regained the full condition of her kind, she spread her wings with pride, taking the lead in this stunning dance with the winds. She had learned how to fly perfectly. She had grown accustomed to the ocean beneath. She still depended on the man for her food, but in some ways, she had regained her freedom, and she offered him the privilege of sharing it with her for a little while longer. Time passed. The winds blew and died away. Landscapes came and went. Roy was getting tired. And then, one day, as he flew over a mountain pass, an enchanting land appeared before him. There could be no doubt. This was it. My great-grandfather had arrived. The land of mountain lakes was here before him, exactly as his mother had described it, as his vision had shown him. Back home, the man received a strange phone call.
Hello?
Hello? Jacques?
Ah, Vincent. How are you?
Well, I'm doing good. Tell me, did you receive my email or what?
No, I haven't seen your email.
When did you send it?
I sent it yesterday.
Ah, okay.
I haven't checked my emails this morning. Don't move, I'm in front of my computer. I'll check right away. Here.
Go ahead and click on the attachment.
Ah, yes, it's here. Oh, wow.
So, you confirm it's an eagle, right? Even if the photo isn't great.
Yes, it's a white-tailed eagle, no doubt about it. Beautiful.
If you have time, not sure where you're at, but it would be cool if you'd come and check it out, no?
Yeah, I really want to see that. Really incredible. Your photo is beautiful. So what are you working on at the moment?
Well, I returned to my old love, freshwater invertebrates.
You mean mussels?
Yeah, mussels and also small underground snails. I do a bit. I've taken up caving, diving and all that.
So, do you eat them? I'm joking.
No, it's just stuff that's not well researched.
There's that many snails?
Yeah, well, in France, there's about 80 species of underground and aquatic snails. Okay, so the first time I saw him, he was at the top of the pine there.
Okay.
He was perched,
Yeah?
and I arrived. I hadn't seen him, and then I saw him when he took off.
All right. Wow, the lake's really big on this side. It's magnificent.
It's not bad, eh?
It's unbelievable. It's exactly the image I have in my mind of a land suitable for fishing eagles. There are cliffs, lakes, forests. It's just stunning, sublime. And here, that's a nice lookout. Should we try and hide here? Wow, we see everything from here.
So this eagle, is he a scavenger?
Oh, they're very opportunistic birds, so in winter, carrion is about a fourth of their diet. So yeah, it's clear. And here it seems there's game too. I saw tracks of wild boar earlier when we were walking, and deer. What else do you have?
Yeah, well, we have wild boar, deer. And the wind's picking up.
Yeah, it's picking up over there. Beautiful, though. So we've spent an afternoon waiting, but we've seen beautiful sceneries.
One especially.
How was your day?
Well, we didn't see anything.
It was very nice.
That it certainly was. Beautiful. We saw beautiful spots, but no eagle. So you mentioned the tourists had seen him. Where was it exactly?
It was on the shores of the Subiran Lake, up by the Carlet Range.
Is that far from where we were?
It's in the same area.
The same area, huh?
Yep, same area. There's a network of small lakes, not necessarily connected to each other, but all in the same valley.
I see. It's easy to move from one to the other.
Yeah.
Well, in any case, everything that's needed is here. Strange, but I guess we're looking for a needle in a haystack, so we need a bit of luck. Tomorrow? Maybe we'll check out the other side.
Where we can start in the same zone, we can then try to cover a bit more ground.
Cover a bit more, yeah. So listen, we didn't see him, but let's drink a toast to the elusive eagle. Cheers.
Cheers.
Hey, that's mountain stuff.
Pretty strong, eh?
You said it.
Hey, we're not valley people here.
I can see that. How strong is this?
The land of mountain lakes was truly an exceptional place. My great-grandfather relished it with every passing day. Now that he was here, all his attention was directed towards finding another eagle of his kind. He relentlessly fixed the horizon, following every bird silhouette he could find. One day, he thought he recognized one. His heart started beating faster. He recalled his vision, convinced that it must be her, that she'd been waiting for him in these lands. He had found her. But as the shadow came closer, his dream vanished once again. It was only a curious bearded vulture. Disappointed, yet still trusting the call of life, he continued his quest in this eagle's paradise.
Well, we've got better weather than yesterday.
Yeah, there's a bit of cloud coming in, but in any case, we can't have less luck than yesterday, so...
Yeah, and there's plenty of
Yeah.
places where he could be, with a bit of luck. So here we're coming to another much bigger lake.
For their part, the men too continued their search. Roy was the bird they were looking for. There had been no fishing eagle on these lands for many years. Roy, who'd come here in the hope of bearing descendants, became the focus of all their attention.
Hey, what's that there, Vincent? It's big.
Yeah, it's big. It's a vulture.
Roy's search proved more difficult than he'd expected. This territory was truly an eagle's paradise, but it was also very vast.
What's that on the rock there?
On the rock? What rock?
Up there, the big rock on the end. Have a look with your binoculars.
Oh, the one over there.
Yeah. You see?
Well,
Could be.
I'm waiting for him to turn round.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. It's him.
Can I see?
Well, we're 200 meters from where I saw him last time.
Oh, yes, that's it.
You confirm?
Yeah. Magnificent. Really beautiful. I think it's a male because he's not huge, not very big.
But how can you tell it's a male?
Well, it's the size, you see. There's really a big difference. About a third. Okay, we're far away, so it's hard to tell, but...
Yeah, you've got more experience.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Well, that's great.
What's he doing?
Let's try to get closer. Ah, that's it.
Incredible.
He's gone.
Yep, he left.
It was over here, right?
Yeah, look. Yeah, that's an eagle feather. Excellent. Smell it.
You can tell by the smell.
Yes, because it's unlike that of any other bird. Marine birds smell very strongly, vultures smell strongly, but the eagles, they practically don't have a smell. I would even say that it's not unpleasant at all.
It actually almost smells good.
That's right, I actually love the smell of the eagle. To me, it smells really nice. Okay, so I think it's a male, but today you probably will be able to...
Well, that's something.
Yeah, that's because I can see it, but you probably have ways to know.
Well, if we can pick up a few cells here, we can analyze them and see if it's a male.
So...
For your female.
Yes, you know. Well, if it's a male, can you imagine? That'd be great. So take this, see what you find out, let me know, okay?
Yeah, I'll do my best. I'll try something.
Okay, great. Vincent, there's something to do here, really something to do. If it's a male, and I'm convinced it's a male, really.
Oh, hold on. You don't know for sure yet.
Yeah.
From what we've seen.
Yeah, but anyways, I have experience. Okay, do the analysis, but I have a female that I'm working with to reintroduce her into the wild. Something must be tried here. It's just too amazing to believe. A real stroke of luck, this.
Yeah, well, first we'll check that it's a male.
Okay, I agree.
And he's still got to be here tomorrow.
Yeah, you're right. Of course, we must do the analysis. But if it's a male, we've got to try it. It's just too good to be true.
For the man, my great-grandfather Roy was the male in the wild, for whom Cabba was gaining her freedom. From this moment on, he single-mindedly focused on the possibility of getting the two birds to meet. As he waited to know whom this feather belonged to, the man continued to teach Cabba how to fish.
Look, here we have a pond, and there will be food in it. The exercise is this. Go and get your food in the pond, instead of the glove of your falconer. She's totally refusing to get in the water. Once she's put her foot in, picked up a piece, understood that with speed she can get out without getting wet, she'll do it. But this, the first time, I'm turning my back to the pond. That's unreal. Are you a desert eagle or what? No! No. It's not about diving in. It's not about diving in. Yes! So now I'm going to throw a big fish in for the first time. We'll see if she can catch a big fish. Okay, ready? Come on, girl. Yeah, she got it.
Next step be a live fish.
Yeah, that's something else. In any case, the fisherman told me that in a couple of days I could go by, accompany him on the lake and get some live fish.
Right.
We'll see how it goes then.
It's not going to be as easy, eh?
No, she had a hard time catching dead fish, so live ones. I think she'll need a bit of time. But you know, she's starting to learn to get caught up in the game, so we'll see.
She'll get it.
So you go out kayaking often?
Yeah, every couple of days.
Oh, really? Always with your birds?
No, no, at the moment there's too many people around. It's great that I came out with you, because we always think it's easy, but it's really not that easy. Ah, I know this one. Roach. That's a nice one.
Yeah, he's nice.
Nice roach. Is there enough water, or should I add some? Because there's a lot of fish in here.
Yeah.
I'll add a bit.
Yeah, you can add more water, yeah.
You know, for me, for the eagles, this is just amazing, because,
There's a lot of them today.
yeah, usually they only eat dead fish. This is going to be the first time they have some alive ones. It's going to be really different for them.
Maybe they'll be afraid of the fish.
Okay, Jerome, thanks a lot. Have all this now, and well, you've got a bit less. It's my day today, I guess.
Today was your day. Tomorrow will be mine again.
Yeah, tomorrow will be your day. That's it. There they go, our little fish.
They'll be fine here.
Yeah, though I'm not sure Cabba will see them, because when they dive down,
Yeah, it'll be a bit tricky for her, but they'll have to come back up every once in a while.
yeah, but the water's not really clear either. The plants have still got to do their work.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's space here. Hello.
Hi, Jacques. It's Vincent.
Hi, Vincent. How are you?
Listen, I've got some good news and bad news for you. Which one do you want first?
You know me, I always start with the good news.
Okay, the good one is that you were right. We got the results from the lab about the feather, and the eagle that we saw is really a male.
It's male. I knew it.
No, it's great.
I knew it. I told you, knew it was male. This means we can try. We can come with Cabba and try and get them to meet. That'd be pretty amazing, huh? So, and what's the bad news then?
Well, the bad news is that I have the feeling that our eagle has left the area.
Ah, since when haven't you
Well,
seen him?
about a week.
5 days that he hasn't
I
seen
went
him.
back to the spot where we saw him.
Yeah, 5 days. Vincent, remember that when we went to look for him, we were looking for him for quite a while, to say the least, before we found him. But at the same time, it's not good news, because we're at the end of the season now. Well, it's true that he could leave earlier than planned. So what would you say if I came a bit earlier? Cabba's not ready yet, but never mind. I come down earlier, I could finish her training up there. What do you think?
Yeah, it's a good idea. Listen, I'm not going anywhere anyway. I'll wait, and, I wouldn't waste too much time now, and with a bit of luck.
Okay, well, perfect. In that case, as soon as I'm ready, I'll call you, and in about 2 days, we'll be at your place.
Okay, see you, Jacques.
See you. Okay, we've got to get ready. Okay, so we go down there earlier than planned, not waste any time. I'll do her fishing training when we get there, and we'll see what happens.
Right.
Okay, I've got to call Danny. Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Let's bring back our bin. Hey, you saved our skin, little guys.
For a little while, at least.
Roy had looked everywhere, in all the forests, on the flanks of all these cliffs, the shores of all these mountain lakes. Nothing. Still no trace of a fellow eagle. He was ready to accept the truth. There was no other eagle here. If she had existed, perhaps she was gone. Perhaps she'd been killed. He'd been here for a while. The season was slowly turning. Life was sweet on the shores of these lakes, but he was still on his own. He'd wanted to believe in a different fate for our species, and had given himself the means to pursue his dream, but now he was ready to give up. Ready to go home to his white mountain territory.
First time I came here, I was really struck by the landscape. It's amazing. You're in the mountains, but you'll see there are lakes right behind, and it's really the ideal place for eagles, you know?
It's quite wild, still really well preserved.
Yeah, it's rare to find spots like that round here. It's really beautiful. Cabba should feel good here.
So you really think it's a place where one could find white-tailed eagles?
Well, the environment's perfect for them. There's everything. And we saw one here, so we know the environment works. Now, ours was born in captivity. We've been training her for months, but this will be the moment of truth.
And did you get some news about that eagle?
So I haven't seen him these last few days, but it's so big that it makes sense you wouldn't see him every day. So we'll know pretty soon.
I'll finally meet the famous Vincent.
Yeah, you'll see he's quite a character.
Ah, feels good to arrive.
Yeah, it's so beautiful here.
Yeah, you were right about that.
I told you the landscapes are just amazing. Okay, I think she's probably had enough too. Let's put her outside. Can you set up the perch?
Yeah.
Ready?
Okay.
Okay. Gently, Cabba. Gently.
Hi.
Hi, Vincent. How's it going?
Good. You?
Denis, all well? It's nice to see you.
Yeah, great.
So, Denis, who works with me, and Vincent, whom I told you about.
Good trip?
Yeah.
Yeah, but long. Has it been snowing here?
Oh, it's been falling a bit, but there hasn't been much up till now. Well, nothing here.
Yeah, so Cabba.
So that's it?
Yeah, what do you mean that's it? No way.
Hello?
It's not like you see them every day.
Wow, they're really big up close like that. And
Yeah,
that
they're big,
beak
yeah.
must be powerful.
Yeah, don't get too close. Okay, let's go. Gently. Come on, you're shielded from the wind here. Well, we can feel that we're at 2,000 meters and it's really blowing today.
Yeah, it's strong. Even stronger than up north.
Yeah, really. So, this is the site. This is where we saw the eagle, the male.
Yeah, I can imagine an eagle here. It's a great environment for them.
Yeah, it's really perfect for them. Well done.
It was Cabba's turn to discover this beautiful landscape. She too was enchanted by this eagle's paradise. And whilst she started learning to fish in this new setting, one of the men continued to look for Roy, who was nowhere to be found.
Come on. I'll try to lead her out a bit further.
I'll go up there. You call her.
Yeah, and just listen to me on the radio in case I have a problem. I might send her back or something. The objective's to take her out on the lake, okay?
Okay, I'll go back to the shore to get her when she comes. I think that's best.
That's it. Great. Don't move.
Ça a plutôt bien marché.
That worked pretty well for a first time, don't you think?
This place is really made for them. There's everything, cliffs, beaches, fish, everywhere. It's...
Wet, don't move.
all right.
You look like you got a bit wet.
Yeah, a little bit of water got in, a little bit. That's great. Now, flying above the lake is one thing. Fishing what's in it is something else. So the big challenge is waiting us now.
Here are your starters. Would you like some wine?
Vincent's the specialist.
Okay.
Thank you.
Enjoy your meals.
Ah, if it's as tasty as it looks.
Yeah, it looks great.
Bon appetit.
Thanks, you too.
You must be hungry after all this paddling.
I'm exhausted, really spent. Ah, very nice. Ah,
Hi.
Hi there. How are you? Wow, all good.
wait a minute. Where have you been?
What have you been up to?
Well, I've been around.
Where have you been? What's this thing?
Yeah, right, you've just put it there.
So did you find our eagle?
I didn't see anything at all.
Nothing at all?
No, nothing, just like yesterday.
Oh, well.
But,
Okay.
Were you in the same area?
yeah, in the same area. I looked left and right, but didn't see anything. What about you? The training?
Good, good. The training went well. We were able to go across the lake. She followed everywhere. She's comfortable over water, so no issues there anymore.
But she's not fishing, right?
No, no, we're still far from fishing, unfortunately. As I told you, it's step by step. But she's already going round the lake, back to the kayak, can take her anywhere, so that's good. But what worries me is that we haven't seen the other one. So, have you found any tracks to indicate anything?
Well, tell me what you think of this.
Oh, that's horrible.
No, it's not even dirty.
What is it?
Precisely, in your opinion.
I don't know, but I think it's horrible.
Where the hell did you find this thing?
Well, there's no smell.
Yeah, because...
Oh, stop
yeah,
it.
okay, it doesn't smell, okay.
It's a pellet. I think it's a pellet.
Yeah, I think you're right, it's a pellet.
There's only fur, though, no bones.
Yeah, only fur.
So where did you find that?
In the fields down there.
Okay, well...
There.
Well, try to find an eagle pellet, that will reassure me.
I'd really like to eat something.
Yes, let's call the waitress.
So, what are we doing tomorrow? I'd love to see how you train her. What are your plans?
So we're going to start with fishing tomorrow. Come by and see us. We'll be on the lake. Come by after your little round if you want to check it out.
Yeah, I'd like to come and see.
Okay, well, tomorrow we'll be.
That way, at least I'll have seen an eagle.
Exactly. I see you really need to eat something.
Yeah.
You're desperate because you haven't seen your eagle. Excuse me. Come on, Cabba. Come. Come on, girl.
What's up?
Hi, Vincent. For now, not much.
She's not convinced?
Not at all. Having a hard time getting her to go in the water. She's afraid of it. It's a bit big. At home, the pond's much smaller and she's fine, but here...
In the pond, she fishes?
Yeah, in the little pool, she fishes really well, but here, it's in nature. It's totally different for her. She's just afraid of the big mass of water, but it'll come. And you, any news from your side?
The water's colder too, perhaps.
Yes, it's coldy, but you know. So any news?
No, I've gone on some nice walks, but I didn't see anything at all.
Nothing?
No.
I'm starting to get worried about this.
Well...
Okay. Come on, Cabba. Look, she's going.
Well done.
That's perfect. That's what I'd call an extraordinary catch.
Look.
Oh, look at that. That's really something.
Well, it's a start, isn't it? At least she's taking it from the water.
Well, she's a smart eagle for sure. She waits until the current brings to her thing. So, girl, did you eat well? That's perfect, isn't it? Thank you, sir. It seems we have a bit more work to do, don't we?
She prefers angling, that's what it is.
You're being really sarcastic now. On the other hand, she's not stupid. She gets that the current's going to bring her food, so she just waits.
Well, the current's not going to bring her fish, though.
No, the current's certainly not going to bring her fish. But you'll see, she'll get it quickly. 2-3 days, once she's put her feet in, caught something on the go, it'll be all right. As soon as there's something live that moves, it will excite her. Okay, Denny. So I'm going to go stand right below there. The objective, you see, the wind is coming from here, so we want her to go around and come back facing the wind. If she manages catches like that, in her mind it means she masters the wind, and the fact that she must approach facing the wind to catch her fish, but the wind is really strong today, so we'll have to be extra careful.
Okay, I'll keep a close eye on her.
So I'll leave her with you whilst I go find my spot, and I'll call you as soon as I'm ready.
All right.
Okay, I'm off. Okay. Okay, I'm in position. We're ready to start fishing. I'll call her. I'll call her.
Okay, I'm ready. Call whenever you want.
Come on. Come on.
Jacques, she's flying off completely in the other direction there.
Come on. Can't see her. I'm calling.
Keep calling. She's about 200 meters away. Tailwind, going really far. Can you see her, Jack? Can you?
Can't see her.
Jacques, I completely lost sight of her. She vanished behind the end of the lake.
I'll get around on the other side to see if I spot her. I didn't even see her pass by. I don't know where she went.
Okay, I'm coming down.
Come on. Come on. Come, girl, come.
Allez, Cabba.
Come on, Cabba. Come on, Cabba.
Allez, ma belle.
Come on, my girl.
My great-grandmother was gone. The men couldn't understand. She'd been such a good pupil, diligently performing all the exercises, always obeying their instructions. She had never ventured very far, and yet on this big lake, she had disappeared.
Allez, Cabba.
Come on, Cabba. Come.
Listen, I'm on the west flank here. I've been walking for over an hour in the mountains. The wind's blowing like crazy. She really vanished at the back there?
Yes, I confirm, and I still haven't seen anything on my side either. Even though I can see the horizon all around, I haven't seen her.
Keep calling. Until later.
Ok, bon.
Okay, good luck. See you later.
Sad and worried, they looked for her everywhere, but she was nowhere to be found.
That's bad news for your bird.
It's a disaster, actually. You know, losing a bird is already hard, but in this weather it's unthinkable. And you've seen her. She's still in training. She's not ready at all to fend for her needs in the wild on her own. It's getting cold. She's been used to eating every day. It's really terrible.
But I thought eagles lived in the cold.
They do, but she doesn't have the rhythm yet of an eagle in the wild. They eat a lot when they can and store it. She's been fed every day. She's used to that. She's not in a natural rhythm yet. To get there, it would have taken us a few more days, a few more weeks even.
The man had lost Cabba. He didn't think she was ready to fend for herself in nature far away from him. Of course, he'd always wanted to give her that freedom, but not now, not like this. It was much too early. He was very worried. And yet, the more he thought about my great-grandmother, whom he knew so well, the more he wondered whether there might not be another explanation. Cabba had been so loyal, so skilled in all the exercises. How could she have flown away? How could she have put herself in danger like that? Perhaps there was another reason.
Jacques, look, here, look.
What? Have you seen her?
What's that over there? Isn't it her?
Oh, it's an eagle. Yeah, it's an eagle. Look, look.
Yep.
Great.
Will you call her?
No, you call. Go ahead, call. Cabba!
Cabba!
Ah, there she is. But is it possible that she's lost her jesses?
No, that's not.
She doesn't have any jesses.
I can't see them either.
Look, there's the second one. Look, over there. It's Cabba. It's Cabba there.
Yeah, there's two of them.
No one really knows how my great-grandparents, Roy and Cabba, found each other. The man understood that a stronger force had called his pupil. She had not flown away from him. Rather, she had chosen to take her freedom. They say that nature always finds her ways. Many years have passed since my ancestors Roy and Cabba flew together for the first time. Many generations followed in their wing, gaining back their place in the lands that had been ours once before. As for me, proud bearer of their lineage, I now fly in peace over the territory of men, alive and free. And I marvel at how well we have learned to dance together in our shared quest to find our place and our freedom on this beautiful earth.